Hi everyone, it's Claire back again. So I'm going to have a look at my red polishes, but not the cream polishes. These were the cream polishes, so I'm using the swatch wheel. This side I'm going to do different finish red polishes that I've got, and as you know, I don't wear red polishes that often. Rarely, actually. I do like red polishes, but just not on me. I just, for some reason, don't reach for them very often. But I do have some glittery, shimmery, and a couple of holographic red polishes. Especially at Christmas, I do like the glittery ones. So even though this is like May, June, it's probably not the best time to do red, shimmery, and glittery polishes. But I just feel like I was going to say I've had one of those days, but I've actually had an okay day. But I am. I thought I'd film a video because it's a really strange reason. At the moment, I'm trying to be a bit healthier and lose some weight, and I really, really struggle in the evenings with snacking, especially sort of sugary snacks and crisps and things like that. So I thought, you know what, rather than starting to snack on things, I'll film a video instead. It'll give me something else to do rather than eat snacks. So here you go. I'm filming a video instead of snacking in the evening. Yeah, I'm gonna really try when I get back from holiday, which I probably will be back from holiday when this is on my channel. I'm really going to try and start exercising a bit more and trying to get my appetite kind of back to normal again. Yeah, anyway, that's a big long introduction before we start. But I've got how many? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 polishes. Let's start with the holographics. I've got 2 red holographics. I've got the super. I never know whether it's super chic or super chic lacquer, but I'm going to go with super chic. Realm of Erotica, which was quite a popular polish a few years ago. I have used it. I think I've probably swatched it more than I've worn it, to be honest. But yeah, I don't really see much super chic lacquer anymore. And I've got the impression that the maker was a bit problematic. I'm not so sure about that. But anyway, we've also got Ardous Nails, and this one is I'm the Devil Who's Asking. And yeah, so I think one is slightly. The thing about red holographics is it's really difficult, apparently, to get a true red holographic. So they tend to lean either very slightly pink or very slightly orange. And I've got a feeling that this is a slightly pink red holographic and this is more of an orangey one. I don't know though. I think Kat really, really tried to get a true red holographic. So let's have a look. This is the Super Chic Lacquer Realm of Erotica, and I've got a feeling that it was a good formula. Yeah, it still is. Oh, it's a bit stinky though. Wow, that really smells quite alcoholic. Yeah, there's some fumes kicking off that. That does seem to be more of a pinky red. Very slight touch of pink to it, but if you kind of compare it to that red, which I'm going to show you in a minute, there's a slight pink to this holographic. But yeah, it is. I don't know, there was something on the swatch wheel there, but it is pretty. This on my nails, by the way, is it's one of the holographic range it's IDK. And it's unbelievably holographic. So yeah, there's different types of holographic, linear holographics. These are these two are definitely linear holographic. They're not scattered holographic, they're linear. But these ones, I call them flat holographics because they just look like almost like magnetic cat eye holographic. They just run. The rainbow just runs across the nail. It's a very, very strong holographic, considering it's a China glaze. Yeah, this whole collection. I might do a video actually on this collection. I think I've got all of them. 6, I think, in the collection. I'm just looking at them now. I do have 6, and true to form, it chips. The holographic chips, but the actual bottle itself chips. But yeah, it is a lovely purple and a lovely holographic, and I've got a feeling that I didn't include this polish in my purple holographics, but anyway, this is already dried. But that's Realm of Erotica. So let's have a look at I'm the Devil Who's Asking. I might shake this up a little bit, and I think that it's not comparable. I think this is more of I mean, I don't know. It maybe isn't. Maybe it hasn't got an orange to it. Maybe it's more. I don't. It feels like more of a cherry red, but that could be in comparison to the Super Chick Lacquer. Well, I've obviously got some kind of fluff or something on the swatch wheel, which is really annoying. That's definitely going to need 2 coats. It's not quite as opaque as the Super Chick Lacquer, but let's see what that's like after 2 coats. I'm gonna go with the glitters. Let's get the glittery ones. So I've got Ruby Pumps. Now this looks very glittery in the bottle. I do like this red actually. This is probably one of the reds that I've worn the most. And you can see the glitter. It is, but it's like it's in like a jelly base. But honestly, that cat. Right, I'm going to need to pause and just let the cat out. She's so loud. Okay, she's out. Let me just finish this. I feel as though I haven't put a decent first coat down. It's the thin brush. I mean, it does look so glittery. It's lovely, but it kind of, you have to really, be up quite close to it to see all the glitter. Yeah, that cat is so loud, and she's going to be crying to come back in again in a minute. She can't decide whether she wants to be in or out. I've always had boy cats before in the past, apart from this cat, female cat. And actually, when I got her, I thought she was the woman that I got her from said that she was a boy. I gave her a boy name and everything. And when I first took her to the vets to get her injections and everything, the vet said, no, it's definitely a female cat. And I was like, are you sure? And he said, yeah, which one of us is the vet? So anyway, yeah, I'm really noisy. I don't know if anybody else has got girl cats that are just a lot noisier than boy cats, but yeah, I'm more of a dog person, to be honest. That's Ruby Pumps, very pretty. This one here, I don't know what kind of formula this is going to be like now, but it's a Opulent Essences, which was, I think still is, maybe. I don't know if they exist anymore. Crushed Rubies, a UK indie brand. And this is, I think, a full coverage glitter. Yeah, it's still full coverage. A little bit more jellyish than Ruby Pumps, and not quite as true red as Ruby Pumps. Again, it's that. It's funny, isn't it, how you can get different shades of red. Yeah, that's going to need a couple of coats. I wonder why I've kept this. I'm not sure, maybe it's because it's just a Christmas thing. But yeah, that's Crushed Rubies. And the other glitter that I've got, I got a couple of years ago. This one's called Alive by Magic, from Emily DeMolly, and it is a red base. It's got loads of gold and red glitters in here. It's a crellie, so it's got a kind of jelly base. I think I've worn it once, and it was enough for me to go, oh wow, this is really unusual for me for a red, non-red wearing nail polish collector. Well, I don't really collect polishes that much anymore, to be honest. Yeah, I think you have to be quite careful with the application of this because it probably can get maybe quite streaky or lumpy. Let me move this light over a bit. It's looking like it might be a little bit textured, but I don't think it is. So that's Alive by Magic from Emily de Molly, and then I've got, what else have I got? Oh yeah, I've got 3 polishes here that are kind of, this one looks quite glittery, but they're sort of shimmery. I think this one is more of a metallic, a shimmer. There's definitely a shimmer in there. And this one is Just Because, which again is more of a Christmassy red, but it's not as glittery as Ruby Pumps. So let's have a look at this one first. I've got a feeling it's kind of, it feels like a glittery metallic, if that makes sense. Yeah, they're all looking a little bit pink apart from the Ada's Nails and the Opulent Essences. But they are red. They're definitely red. Let's go with this one that is definitely red. And this one is Catrice. And it's make your polish. Where did I get start from? Make your polish a priority. Well, yeah. Definitely. There, this is a bright, bright tomato red. There we go. That's an actual red. Although in the camera it's probably looking quite orange. But it is a tomato red, like a real London bus type red. Yeah, you cannot see the shimmer in there at all. You have to really look close to see that shimmer. It is in there, but it's not that noticeable. And then this last one here is called Essie Love, and I think there's obviously a collection. Maybe it was a Valentine's collection that this came from. It's going to be a pain to open it, but here we go. God, I need to clean this mat. This is a metallic, I seem to remember. I've worn it once. It dries. Does it dry matte? It's difficult to tell because everything dries matte on this swatch wheel. Wow, this is a very red swatch wheel. I'm not used to it. So that is Essie Love. I'm going to do a second coat. This one's looking it is looking a bit lumpy. That Emily de Molly, but I do seem to remember wearing it and it looked okay on the nail. I'm going to do a second coat and we can come back and take a closer look at these special finishes red polishes on this very red swatch wheel. Okay, here we go. That's the second coat. Look at that. They do look very pretty. A very festive wheel for May, June. I just went to shut the door and then I kind of smashed my swatch wheel against the box here that the phone is on. So excuse the fact that there's some dents in this. I'm tired. However, let's go through them. This one is Super Chic Lacquer Elma Verotica. Really like this polish. This one is the Ada's Nails I'm the Devil Who's Asking. A bit of fluff on there. Oh my god. No, I don't want to get red on top of this. This one is Ruby Pumps. Beautiful. They're starting to dry down a bit already. This one is the Opulent Essences Crushed Rubies. And I thought, what's it going to look like actually? It might be better as a topper because it is opaque. It has got a red base, but you'd have to really build it up. And I'm just not about that life anymore. So I thought, I wonder what it would look like over another red. So I've put it over a fairly dark sort of oxblood red there, and it looks lovely. So maybe that's why I kept it. This is that weird Emily de Molly Alive by Magic, and it is a pretty polish, but I think you'd have to sort of, there is some depth to it there. I've not swatched it very well at all. You would have to put quite a thick, maybe one or two coats of top coat on there, because otherwise it does look quite textured, and the glitters look like they're sinking a little bit. But yeah, not so sure. May not keep that. I'll see what next time I wear it. What I'm doing is, as I'm wearing polishes in my collection and I decide actually it's not going to be something that I reach for, I'm just popping it in the sort of de-stash, which I need to organise. I've got a big box now of polishes that I need to de-stash. Yeah, or donate. What am I up to? I've got them all in different orders now. This is Just Because, which is, it does kind of look more metallic. This one, it does look like a metallic. It's very Christmassy. Look at that. That is really pretty. Just Because. Yeah, I love it. That's very nice indeed. This one is that shimmery Make Polisher Priority, which looks, well, I think it is that. Did I swatch it? Thinking that it, because I wasn't sure about the shimmer. I might have already swatched this one, but it is a very true tomato red, bright red. Yeah, so I'm going to keep it, obviously, for that reason. And this one is the Essie Love, which is, again, more of a metallic polish, but it's not as, I mean, that one is epic. I really like that one. That just looks like Christmas on the nail to me. So yeah, right, okay. So the three that I would keep of these 8, definitely the Realm of Erotica. It's just, the formula is amazing, and I know it looks more like a pinky red, but it is a beautiful polish, this one. Definitely Ruby Pumps, for sure. And just thinking about how amazing that one is, I would say this Just Because as well. And I thought in the bottle, or maybe de-stashing this one. So it's funny, isn't it? It's sometimes you have to get it on the swatch wheel to realise that it just doesn't look anything like it does in the bottle. So it would be these 3. Wow, the 2 China Glaze and the Super Chic Lacquer that I'd be saving. Am I going to de-stash this one? I don't know. I'll give it another chance, I think. And this one I'm definitely saving as a topper over other reds when I wear a red, which is rare, and then I get fed up with it on maybe the second day, I can put a topper on, or just save it as a Christmas polish. But yeah, those are my reds. What's your favourite red? I'm really mesmerised by this one. I think I've maybe only worn it once, but I didn't realise it was so pretty. Yeah, let me know what your favourite red polish is that's kind of not a cream polish with, a different finish. Red glitters or red holographics or red crellies, or shimmers or metallics. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.